Right now at 6, we are on verdict watch as jurors decide the fate of Julian Conley. He's a man accused of killing 8-year-old Secoriea Turner back in 2020. 11 Alive's Marissa Sarback joins us live from outside the Fulton County Courthouse. So, Marissa, how long have the jurors been deliberating now?
Ron, so far the jury has been deliberating for 2 hours, and they certainly have a lot to consider. There are 20 charges in this case. Earlier today, they heard closing arguments from the defense and the prosecution. Now, the defense actually asked the judge to grant a mistrial in this case during the final 10 minutes of the prosecution's closing arguments over a newly introduced video explaining the state's theory. The judge denied that motion. The state is accusing Julian Conley of deliberately shooting and killing Secoriea Turner in July 2020 as the car she was in drove through the intersection of University and Pryor during the height of protests after Rayshard Brooks was killed by Atlanta police in that same area. In closing arguments, the defense hammered home their argument that the police weren't policing the area, so community members took it into their own hands. The prosecution doubling down on their argument, accusing Julian Conley of pulling the trigger.
There is an elephant in the room. The city of Atlanta abandoned them. The city of Atlanta said, y'all good over there.
And the police had no other choice but to come. So don't make them think it's the police fault that he decided to pick up an AR-15 and shoot and kill an 8-year-old little girl. It's not the police's fault. It's Julian Conley's fault.
And the jury now has a very difficult night ahead of them. They have to figure out whether or not Julian Conley committed these crimes, quote, beyond a reasonable doubt. That is the burden of proof in this case. Ron?
Absolutely, Marissa. So I know we're going to hear from you again in our new streaming show at 6:30 on 11 Alive Plus. So what can we expect in the next half hour?
Well, Ron, we're still going to be here on verdict watch outside Fulton County Court, waiting to see if the jury does come back with a verdict at this point. And we'll also have new testimony and new information from those closing arguments. The color of what Julian Conley was wearing that night seems to be a point of contention. Both the defense and prosecution arguing he was wearing red that night, but the defense says this proves his innocence. The prosecution says this proves his guilt. We'll have much more on that coming up at 6:30 in the streaming show.